In 2010, the total UK money supply stood at £2.15 trillion. 2.6% of this total was physical cash, £53.5 billion. The rest, £2.1 trillion, or 97.4% of the total money supply, was commercial bank money.
The 3% of money is created through the central bank, and that money essentially, if you created a £10 note, you could sell that to a bank to put into their ATM, and the bank would have to repay that £10 or buy it for £10. There'd be no interest charged on that money, but that money is then essentially transferred to the Treasury, and it's a form of fundraising for the government. It's called seigniorage.
When the Bank of England creates a £10 note, it costed about 3 or 4 pence to actually print that note, and it sells it to the high street banks at face value, so at £10. And the profit, the difference between printing the note and actually selling it for £10, goes directly to the Treasury. So in effect, all the profit that we get on creating physical money, banknotes, goes to the Treasury, and it reduces how much taxes we have to pay. Over the last 10 years, that's raised about £18 billion.
In 1948, notes and coins constituted 17% of the total money supply. This was one contributing factor in the government's ability to finance post-war reconstruction. This included the establishment of the NHS. In only 60 years, notes and coins have shrunk to less than 3%. Prior to 1844, banknotes were created by private banks, and the government did not profit from their creation.
Pre-industrialisation, there was multiple forms of money coexisting, and so the kind of rise of government-sponsored fiat money is a relatively recent phenomenon.
In the 1840s, there was no law to stop banks from creating their own banknotes, so they used to issue paper notes as kind of a representative of what you had in the bank account. Instead of you taking your heavy metal coins out of the bank and then going and paying somebody with them, you could get your paper which said how much money you had in the bank, and you could give that to somebody and they could use that to go and get the heavy metal coins from the bank. Now over time, these paper notes became as good as money. People would use